Hey fire signs, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be a love and spirituality reading for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I'm also going to be doing an extended video, and I'll leave the link to that in the description box down below. All right, so funny story. I already filmed your video and something went horribly wrong with the camera, so I have to refilm it. I can remember bits and pieces of the reading, so I guess I'll just kind of give you what I remember and see if it resonates. For a lot of you, I picked up that you were feeling led astray, or that you were feeling like you were being lied to, or you were just in this state of mind where you're having a hard time getting clarity and having a hard time moving forward. So some of you felt like this sense of being trapped. I guess I was picking up. It was like this sense of not being able to lead yourself out of some sort of energy. So it's some sort of energy or mood that you've been in, or state of mind that you've been in, and you're having a very hard time finding your way out. And for some of you, it was a direct result of being led astray, kind of getting deeply involved with something under false pretenses. So like something or someone presenting themselves to be one way, and then you get heavily invested, and then the true colors come out, and then it's difficult to detach or to move yourself away from the feelings that brought up in you. For some of you, I was also getting that you could be in isolation right now, really just trying to figure things out, and not really trusting people. So we'll see if that energy continues in this reading, but it very well could be completely different messages that come out with these cards. So to take it as it resonates. So for your energy, you are the Moon card. So some of you are very much in your feelings right now. Like you are heavily feeling everything is what I'm hearing. Like even when you try to dull your emotions or tone them down, it's very difficult for you to do so. But I feel like this is a good thing. I feel like a lot of you are healing from something, and a large part of the healing process is letting these emotions come up. And I don't feel like these emotions are out of control. I feel like you are in control of them, even though they're so strong. A lot of people don't realize that when you suppress your emotions, that's when you're actually allowing them to take over, because they start to show themselves in a really explosive or dysfunctional way when you try to suppress them. But when you allow them to come to the surface, you kind of fall into this energy of feeling like you're very much in control of these emotions, especially when you realize that emotions, there's nothing to fear about them. Like a lot of people are just afraid to feel, and when you finally sit down and allow yourself to do so, you'll come to find that it's really not that bad. Sometimes it is that bad, but it does pass, and it's better to let it pass than to kind of harbor it and try to stuff it back down. Some of you are also feeling extremely intuitive right now is what I'm hearing. So because you're so in touch with your emotions, and because you're feeling so sensitive, your intuition is heightened, which is a positive thing about being sensitive that a lot of people don't know. When you are sensitive, you are connected to a higher realm. Like you're more connected to the spiritual realm. I mean, that's how a lot of psychics, intuitives, and things like that are able to receive these messages from higher realms, because of the sensitivity. So some of you, like I said, are feeling extremely sensitive, and because of that, you could be getting a lot of intuitive downloads, a lot of intuitive messages. Your intuition could just be really loud and kind of leading you down the right path. So clarity is what I'm getting from this card. Clarity, because you're embracing your emotions. And if this is not the energy that you're in, it's being advised that you get into this energy of allowing those emotions to come up, so that then you can connect to your heart space, and then your intuition will start to come to you really strongly. Some of you actually can be psychics or spiritual workers of some sort as well, but I feel like that's for a few of you. Oh, okay. I'm hearing that a few of you are spiritual workers, but you're having a hard time tapping into your gifts because there's some fear surrounding your gifts. It's interesting. Okay, so Sun card in reverse. This is the outside energy. So this is someone who is affecting your energy currently. So the Sun card being in reverse lets me know that this person is kind of depressed right now. Either they're depressed right now, or they're just someone who has this dark energy kind of following them or surrounding them. And I feel like I'm hearing that it's something that they can't help. They can't really help it. I want to pull one more for that, because I keep on hearing they can't help it though. They can't help it. It's a dark energy that's surrounding them, and they're having a hard time taking control of it. So this could be family, this could be friends, this could be co-workers, this could be just the energy surrounding your job, or just the energy in the air in general. It's like this very heavy sort of cloud-like energy. I'm gonna pull one more just to clarify what that is. Toil and labor, wealthy man. Okay, so I feel like what I'm hearing is that they can't help this kind of dark cloud that's hovering over them, but it's only because they don't think they can help it. They've never actually put in the work to try to remove that dark energy from them. Instead, they could just focus on a lot of outside things. Like they can focus on material things instead of looking inward and doing the healing work. So I feel like you could be dealing with someone who is more, like I said, in touch with the material realm, like in touch with what's going on here physically, and a lot of you are more in touch with like the emotional or spiritual side of life. So definitely kind of opposite energy here. I'm thinking that some of you could be empaths as well, because empaths attract people like this all the time. When you're an empath, you tend to like I said, be able to absorb emotions, and you're able to kind of transmute them and clear them and heal them. Some people feel like they don't have that gift, so they will come to an empath and kind of dump their feelings of shame or depression or darkness onto the empath. So if some of you are empathic, or if some of you are sensitive, I feel like you could be continuously attracting someone with this energy of just being really draining, dark, and them kind of transferring that energy onto you because they're too lazy to do the work themselves to heal. So instead they transfer it onto you. Be very careful of that. And that kind of ties into the message from your other reading that I did that was talking about just feeling bamboozled or led astray, because obviously no one's going to come into your life and present themselves like this, like, hello, I'm here to drain your energy. They're going to come in and they're going to act like they're here to give, or they're here to benefit you in some way, but then it turns out that's not the case. And then it can be difficult to pull yourself out of, because now you have absorbed their negative energy within your energetic field, and so it's difficult to pull yourself out, because not only are you trying to heal your own pain now, but now you're trying to heal this person's pain too that they've dumped onto you. Whew, okay, so let's see. Past position, patience card, and the change card in the reverse. So it looks like a lot of you got kind of fed up with whatever the situation was. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a job, it can be family, but whatever the situation was, it looks like you got kind of fed up. I think that you can be a very patient person, a very kind person, and a very understanding person. So it looks like you put up with a lot, or you have put up with a lot in the past because of the fact that you're so nurturing and caring. I feel like you can see the good in everyone. Like when you see someone, you try to find the good in them. And so you have a lot of patience when someone is showing their negative traits, because you see the good in them, or you want to see the good in them. But I feel like this situation, it's like even you couldn't stick this out, because things just weren't changing. They just were really stuck and not changing. So no matter how much patience you had, no matter how much love you had, it wasn't changing. So it's like something had to happen to push this situation forward, is what I'm hearing. And I feel the sense of relief coming from this card. Like you could be relieved that the situation ended, but at the same time, obviously you had some sort of emotional connection to it, and you were waiting for it to grow into something better, or you had high hopes for it, but it's like something just wasn't changing. And it just got to the point where it was too much. Present, we have transformation and concern in the reverse. So the transformation card lets me know that you are definitely in this period of transitioning. So like I said, I feel like it started out with someone or something entering your life and kind of dragging your energy down because of the way that they don't know how to they harbor negative emotions and don't know how to release them. So they transfer it onto you instead. And I think that you are kind of releasing that energy, or you're trying to release that energy. And it can be very dark energy is what I'm seeing with the transformation card. But you're releasing it though. I want to pull one more to clarify that. You're definitely releasing it. And you're being advised not to worry, because some of you could be worried that, because transmuting negative energy, like releasing negative energy, healing, it can be a very, very slow process, and you feel like you're getting nowhere, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're over whatever the situation was. So I'm hearing for you not to be worried or not to be concerned, because you are actually transforming and you are making progress, even though you feel like you're not. Let me pull one more. I'm also hearing that some of you transformed specifically because of this person's or this situation's negligence and their lack of concern for you and for themselves. So you kind of had no choice but to transform, is what I'm seeing. Some of you could be focused on work. Your job could be playing a role in helping you to release this negative energy that has been like on your shoulders or that you've been carrying. And again, take this as it resonates, because like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be family who kind of dumps their toxic bullshit onto you, and now you are left with the burden of having to clear it and heal it, you know. But some of you could just really be heavily involved in work right now, and that could be kind of helping you to release this energy by focusing on yourself, focusing on your money is what I'm hearing, because money is energy as well. Every time you spend money or receive money, that's energy. So you could be really focused on that energetic exchange of making money, which is a positive energetic exchange. And what I'm hearing is that that could be helping some of you to release this negative energy, especially if you were in a negative environment and money specifically is what is helping you to move away from it. I hope that that's making sense. I'm going to pull one more. But yeah, you're being advised to not be concerned or to not worry, because the work that you're doing is actually going to pay off, even though you feel like you could be feeling like you're not doing enough. Mature woman. Yeah, like I said, you are transforming. Hold on one second. Just drop my cards. You are transforming, even if you don't feel like you are. Yep, even if you don't feel like you are, even if you're feeling stuck or like your pathway is blocked, you definitely are transforming and you are growing. Some of you are needing to give yourself a little more credit, because whatever this was that was on your shoulders, or whatever is still on your shoulders, it's not easy to release. It's really not. Like I said, it could be an emotional burden that's on your shoulders. It could be a financial burden, like you're needing to take care of other people. But you're needing to give yourself way more credit here, is what I'm seeing, because you definitely are on the right path, even though it doesn't feel like it. I feel like some of you are being too hard on yourselves also, because you have an image in your mind of who you want to be, and because you're not that, you could be beating yourselves up. I'm hearing that you're carrying, you're carrying other people's shame as well. So when you beat yourself up sometimes, the thoughts that are in your mind while you're beating yourself up aren't even coming from you. They're coming from outside energy. Probably this person, like I said, with this kind of low, depressing, sort of negative energy. I feel like the thoughts that they have about themselves, it's been transferred onto you. Like, have you ever dated someone who had like a really low self-esteem? And then by the end of the relationship, like your self-esteem had plummeted because they transferred that onto you. And I think that's what's happening for some of you. If you're having intrusive thoughts, or your thoughts are just kind of this kind of spiraling, is what I'm hearing. Like your thoughts are just very self-defeating. I think that's this other person or these other people's thoughts. So let me see. The main female card and the traveling card is here. So this is a future outcome. So it looks like a lot of you are moving towards really focusing on self, and really not putting up with anybody's bullshit, is what I'm hearing. I'm feeling like a lot of you are transforming into this person who can cut someone off quick. I think that the patience card being in the reverse, being in the upright at first, at the beginning of the reading, you are keeping some of these traits of being nurturing and being patient, but now you've seen, or you're going to see, or you need to see, that you have been too patient with some people, and you have been seeing things in people that aren't really there. You could be putting negative traits, they could be putting negative traits into you that aren't there, and you could be putting positive traits that they don't have onto them. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful of that. Like I said, being patient, especially if you're an empath, being patient is obviously a good thing. Being understanding is a great thing. But it's like sometimes people can smell that. They can sense that. And then they'll try to take advantage, unfortunately. And like I said, some people are not doing this purposely. Some people are just they have a very dark energy that's surrounding them, and they don't know what to do with it. So they find an empath or a sensitive person, and they try to transfer it. And sometimes it's not done purposely, it's done subconsciously. But you're moving forward fast is what I'm seeing with the future card. Like you're growing up very quickly, you're maturing very quickly. Like I said, I think that a lot of you don't understand that you're not at a standstill right now. Like I said, the healing process is like slowly healing, slowly healing, slowly healing. And then one day you wake up and you're like, wow, I just made a lot of progress. It just kind of hits you one day of how much progress you've made. But in the process of healing, you feel like you're not making any until that one day where you're like, wow, I made a lot of progress. And sometimes that doesn't happen until some type of test comes in, because how would you know if you made progress unless you're tested? So a test could be coming in for some of you that I think you're going to pass with flying colors. I think you're going to pass it with flying colors, because you're going to know exactly what to do now, and you know how to put yourself first. You are the center of your life for once in your life. Other people have always been at the center. Now you're putting yourself in the center and you're prioritizing yourself. And if that's not the case, that's what you're being advised to do. So I want to see this other person. I just want to clarify this outside energy. Six of Cups. Oh yeah, this is someone from the past. Someone from possibly a past life. Possibly a past life. A lot of cards just jumped out. Okay, I guess I'll just show you all of them. Lover's card. Knight of Pentacles card. Four of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups. Four of Pentacles in reverse. So whoever this person is, whatever this outside energy is, it's a very slow moving energy. Someone who doesn't jump into things necessarily quickly, because they actually have a hard time of, I'm hearing they have a hard time of letting things go or letting connections go. So because they know that about themselves, they try very hard not to get too connected to anyone, because when they do, it's like they have a hard time detaching. So this person could come across as cold or depressed or something like that. And they could come across as someone who you have a very hard time merging with, is what I'm hearing. Like y'all can never be on the same page. And I think that they avoid truly connecting. They connect just enough that they can transfer their bullshit onto you so they can feel better, but they don't connect enough to the point where it's a true heart-to-heart connection. And you could have been wanting that with this person. And like I said, this could have been romance. This could have been family. So just take it as it resonates. You could have been wanting that. And it was hard to get to the heart of the matter, is what I'm hearing. It was hard to get to the heart of it. It was hard to connect the two hearts together, is what I'm hearing. Because this person actively shuts that out. Like they don't welcome that. Like I said, they connect enough that they can dump their bullshit onto you. But not enough to give you anything that's truly deep and sustainable. I think this person is someone from a past life. So if you feel like this unbelievable pull towards them, and you're just like, why the hell do I feel this way towards this person? This makes no sense. Could have been a past life connection that carried over into this lifetime. And that's why it's like the connection was already there. Like since you were born, the connection was already there. So it would make sense why it's so strong. You could know this person for a short period of time. Like, why am I so connected to this? Why can't I let this go? Like I said, it could have been past life. And if you don't believe in past lives, just think of it as someone from the past, or they remind you of someone important from your past. And that's why that tether is there. Like you're tethered to each other, is what I'm seeing. I think that this is someone who, like I said, they move forward really quickly, and that's only because they don't connect. They don't truly connect. And so if any of you are feeling a sense of shame because someone moved forward quickly, or they fooled you, or you feel like you just feel kind of used or something along those lines, I'm hearing like, don't beat yourself up too much, because like I said, it's because they never fully connected in the first place. Something is, like I said, something is off about, we got to get into this in the extended, because we're at 19 minutes. Yeah, we're going to get into this person or the situation, whoever they may be, in the extended. I will leave the link to that in the description box down below. Thank you for watching, fire signs, and I will see you on my Vimeo channel.